In nomine magni de nostri Satanas, in turbu autore demoni fieri.
Ad eum qui leificat minium.
Adjutorum nostrum in nomine de nomini inferi.
Qui rigit tiram.
Before the mighty and ineffable prince of darkness, and the presence of all the dread demons of the pit, and the assembly company, I acknowledge and confess my past error, renouncing all allegiances. I proclaim that Satan Lucifer rules the earth. I ratify and renew my promise to recognize and honor him in all things without reservation, desiring his return, his manifold assistance, and successful completion of my endeavors and the fulfillment of my desires. I call upon you, my brother, to bear witness to likewise.
Before the mighty and ineffable prince of darkness, and in the presence of all the dread demons of the pit, and this assembled company, we acknowledge and confess our past error. Renouncing all past allegiances, we proclaim that Satan Lucifer rules the earth, and we ratify and renew our promise to recognize and honor him in all things, without reservation, desiring in return his manifold assistance in the successful completion of our endeavors and the fulfillment of our desires. We call upon you, his liegeman and priest, to receive this pledge in his name.
Domine Satanas, tu conversas vificibais nos.
Et plus tua ledebitur in te.
Ostende nobis, Domine Satanas, potentiam tuam.
Et beneficium tuum da nobis.
Domine Satanas, ex audi meam.
Et clamor meus ad te veniat.
Dominus ifurus vobiscum.
Et cum tu.
Gloria Dio, Domino, inferi et in terra vita, hom minibus fortibus, laudamus te, benedicimus te, adoramus te, glorificamus te, gratias agimus tibi, properter magnum potentiam tuam, Domine Satanas, rex inferus, imperator omnipotens. Sucipe Domine Satanas, hanc hastiam quam ego dingus formulus tuus offero tibi Deo mio vivo et vero pro omnibus circumstantibus sed et pro omnibus fidelibus famulis tuis ut mihi et illis proficiat ad feliciatatem in hanc vitam. Amen. Offerimus tibi, Domine Satanas, calicium voluptatis claris ut conspectus.
I need a book holder. Somebody hold for it.
That's his job. Majestatis tu ae pro nostra utilitate et felicitate placeat tibi. Amen. Come, Almighty Lord of darkness, and look favorable upon the sacrifice which we have prepared in thy name. Apparently that's supposed to be burning the whole time.
Okay. So the person from the beginning is light.
So like when we first enter the room, I'll go ahead and light it, and then we go from there.
I think we should read the things in parentheses as well, so we all know.
I have been, but it didn't say anything about this. It just said it was supposed to, so the coals were already supposed to be hot.
No, I'm just like, so we know what's happening next. You put on the spot, man.
Incentium istud asset dat a te domine inferas es desciendat super nos beneficium tuum.
Sovereign then takes the thurible and proceeds to incense the altar and the gifts. First he incensed the chalice and water 3 counterclockwise strokes, after which he makes profound vow. Raises the thurible 3 times to bafflet and across.
Let's make a profound bow. And raise it to the bow again.
So we're gonna go here. 1, 2, 3. Bow. Raise up. 1, 2, 3. Bow.
And then assisted by the deaconess of deacon, incenses the top of the altar, then the sides of the platform, if possible by
Walking around it.
me. And then let's return to the thoroughfare.
Dominus inferos vulcascum
Et tuum tu,
sursum corda.
habeas ad dominium infernum.
Gratias agamus Domino infero Deo nostro.
Vigium et justum est.
So raises his arms, palm downwards, and says the following.
Verge quignam et justum est nos tibi semper et urbique gratias agere Domine rex inferis emerator mundi omnes exercitus inferite ladum cum cibus et nostras voces ut admiti jubeas deprecamur decentes. Salve, salve, salve.
You need to go in twice.
Thrice.
Twice.
Dominus Satanas Deus potentiae. Plini sunt terra et infera gloria Hosanna in excelsis. In the unity of the unholy fellowship, we praise and honor the first.
No, I didn't.
You can't.
Therefore, Almighty and terrible Lord of darkness, we entreat you and receive and accept this sacrifice which we offer on behalf of this assembled company, upon whom you have set your mark, that you may make us prosper in the fullness and the length of life under thy protection, and may cause to go forth ever biting and destruction of our enemies. In concert this night, we ask thee, unfailing assistance in this particular need. In the unity and unholy fellowship, we praise and honor first thee, Lucifer, morning star, Beelzebub, Lord of regeneration, the Belial, prince of the earth, an angel of destruction, Leviathan, beast of revolution, Abaddon, angel of the bottomless pit, Asmodeus, demon of lust. We call upon the mighty names of Astaroth, Nergal, and Behemoth, of Belphegor, Adramelech, and Baalberith, and all the nameless and formless ones, the might and innumerable host of hell, by whose assistance may we be strengthened in mind and body. Hoc igitur ablationum servitutis nostrae sed et cuncatae famili e tu tau e qua sumus domine satanas et in electorum tuorum jubeas rege numerari Shemham Farash.
Shemham Farash.
Enlightened brother, we ask blessing.
Okay, and this is
Where I bring forth the chamber
so deacon brings forth chamber pot and presents it to the nun, who has come forward. The nun lifts her habit and urinates into the font. As she passes water, the deacon addresses the congregation. Okay, so as you're supposed to be urinating, I speak. Thank you.
Just play it.
Okay. She maketh the font resound with the tears of her mortification. The waters of her shame become a shower of blessing in the tabernacle of Satan. For that which hath withheld poureth forth, and with it her piety. The great Baphomet, who is in the midst of the throne, shall sustain her, for she is a living fountain of water. Can you be done? And the dark Lord shall wipe away all tears from her eyes. For he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give freely unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life. Subdeacon removes the font from the nun, holds it before me, dips the aspirant into the fluid, and holding it against his own genitals, the deacon turns to each of the cardinal compass points, shaking the aspirant twice. He says, So am I supposed to do it like this?
Hold it like this,
Uh-huh.
and then
Back, and then...
you're going to dip it each time.
Oh, I dip it each time, and then to the crotch, and then... Okay, all right. Sounds stupid. But this is the south wall, yes?
Negative, that's the south wall.
South wall, okay. Just to make sure. Okay, so then I'm going to do this. Bring it here. In the name of Satan, we bless thee with this, the symbol of the rod of life. So then I come back.
That should be falling here.
Okay.
In the name of Satan, we bless thee with this, the symbol of the rod of life. Come here. In the name of Satan, we bless thee with this, the symbol of the rod of life. In the name of Satan, we bless thee with this, the symbol of the rod of life. Celebrant takes the water into his hands and, bending low over it, whispers the following word into it. So you. He raises the water, placing it between the exposed breasts of the altar.
Wafer.
The wafer, oh, I'm sorry. Touching it to the vaginal area, the gong is struck, so when he taps it with it, you hit the gong again.
Once.
Yep. He places the wafer on the patron, which rests on the altar platform. Taking the chalice into his hands, he bends low over it, as with the water, and whispers the following words to it. He then raises the chalice above his head for all to see. The gong is struck, and the thurifier may incense it with 3 swings of the thurible. So when he holds the chalice up, you strike the gong again.
Okay, 3 times.
Nope, just once.
Shit, you really have to.
Wait. No, yeah, you're right, just once.
Okay.
Jerry, you're going to have to bless the chalice.
And then I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's holding the book.
That's fine. Okay. And the following words.
To us, thy faithful children, O infernal Lord, whose glory is our iniquity, and entrust in your boundless power and might, grant me that we may be numbered among thy chosen. It is ever though you, and that all gifts to us knowledge, power, and wealth are yours to bestow, renouncing the spiritual paradise of the weak and the lowly. We place our trust in thee, the God of the flesh, looking to the stratification of all our desires, petitioning all fulfillment in the land of the living.
Shemhampermash.
Prompt by the proceeds of the earth and the inclinations of flesh, we bold to say, Our Father, which art in hell, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in hell. We take this night our rightful due, and trespass not on the paths of pain. Lead us unto temptation, and deliver us from false piety. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
and let reason rule the earth.
Deliver us, Almighty Satan, from all past error and illusion, that having set our foot upon the path of darkness and vowed ourselves to thy service, we may not weaken in our resolve, but with thy assistance grow in wisdom and strength.
Shabham for mash.
Barahim zapazim diu al noas tu kati le thingmong usiem as mire koask al faons pire pip sol tal bird birdorak kasbe a mora mire sova or amizipi nazareth na piamol or dirgor zizap zilda kolaski totordi ziz chis esiaksak a I tavin or iao theodis golo Jilpi, Kora, Piran, Yalor, Humor, Sorva, Korva, Chistala, Os, Arke, Kaskal, Ka, Nis, Gid, Odars, Kaas, Edrazi, Olbiara, Yael, Enas, Kikles, Lap, Koronzon, Dene, Torn Saga. Esse corpus Jesus Christi Dominus humilium et rex salvarum.
Great anger.
Et toi, tu ma colit de pierre je force le tu le veois o non ades Sendre, Dan, Kete, Hastie, Ten Icarner, Dans, Sepain, Jesus, Artisan, De Super Cheris, Laran, De Hamagis, Volar de Affection, In Krup de Buis, Legion, Outut, Certes des Anchayens, Abrasa, Dres, Deone, Virge, 2S, test engagements, minti das promesas, desicles, und sagolerte in tarante, dior fuyar, dieu muer, tous, de vais, redeemer, les homes et tu nas, rien, rachete, tu davis, apparat riche, dan de gloria, et tu tenders, ba, mens, dus a miserable qui tapiet espere pantiante sorafre I haptia des amaste servese les agras tassi teres not le heresere impostero tu ses bien que les alfes de gates de ton irrite es elegant. Tu dies et re la treatment, de nos clientes les tumbling, de nos plaisir, tu devias les introduire plus de pire, et tu n'eras de point font, per se que sons de yodvede, in la concession de rangate ton saver, de enchet bit utirrupe. Tu es obligé que te, par la vérité, qui es tu, per archias, Vatse le more des braques, tu as bul sois las pio de la ego, roya les fables, tu es intendo les ralas dis timidas, vircus per les feminis, des femines, electris pio on pio de poin, et tu as fiat, respidre par la chinancere, te des sione aques, per tes represent des provises evasivis, basoscien de servici, dio de affere, monstre, dole li inconsidere forese engadra, vavia et inpligea, descend insidias, cute oses concaner, eldon deone set, quel peche origine, que te os espinir in virtud don ne seret querel classasas naus valdrians perantante viente perere orveor in fin tes urbates mesanges tes experiences crimes nos voderias te perecer tes clau en epier state epiens around la sang doreric abrotis venenes seches et sera nos la Provence et Giafra Neuris Alliance le fier et viant la quetalitude dans caps profantier des emblemis abstracta des stupides Nazaréen miot roiviant de la chair voyez grand Satan c'est volé de chair de queluc Q volate Pirga la tira di plaisir et QA Aranam de la justice certiani a causé la mort de millions de nos frères orabos nos pasan certornel benedictiones et nos solicens tan nom or majesté infernal comme de l'el a l'avivé pour qui il sera fait éternellement une grâce infinie frappé la de ta correlé au prince des ténèbres et brise li pour qui connaissez li et tout de ton correlé appelait les légions pour que les observants que nos faisons en ton nom et ne voyez tis messageres Pior proclamera certification et fils fidèles salvres certains titubant vers la perdition frappez-les à nouveau au signal de lumière pour fratres trembling on des agnes ses chevions et ses séraphins que se prosterneront devant ruine est respirant pour avoir fait que esquerolont les portes du paradis para vengar les merte de nos ancestors. Thou whom, in the capacity of priest, I force whether thou wilt or not, to descend into this house, to coronate thyself into this bread, Jesus, arson of hopes, bandit of homages, robbers of affection here, since the day when thou didst issue complacent vows of the false virgin, thou hast failed in all thy engagements, belied all thy promises. Centuries have wept, waiting thee, fugitive God, mute God. Thou wast to redeem man, and thou hast not. Thou waitest to appear in thy glory. Thou sleepest. Go, lie. Say to the wretch who appeals to thee, hope, be patient, suffer. The hospital of souls will receive thee. Angels will secure thee. Heavens will open to thee. Imposter! Thou knowest well that angels disgust thy interest, abandon thee. Thou wast to be the interpreter of our plaints, a chamberlain of tears. Thou wast to convey them to the cosmos. Thou wast to not done so, for the incessant would disturb thy eternal sleep of happy satiety. Thou hast forgotten the property thou didst preach, vassal enamored of banquets. Thou hast seen the weak crushed beneath the press of the prophet while standing by, preaching civility, all the hypocrisy. The man should accept such woe unto himself as a testimony to his blindness, that very affliction thou discredit thyself to cure. O lasting foulness of Bethlehem, we could have these confess thy impudent cheats, thy insatiable crimes. We would drive deeper than nails into thy hands, press down the crown of thorns upon thy brow. Was to convey them to the cosmos, and thou down into thy brow, et sila no is la Provence et Giafra.
Will brow and bring blood from the dry wounds of thy sides.
I don't have that one.
You don't? Here.
Yeah, it jumps to 25, 26.
Right at the very top on the left.
Okay. Blood from thy dry wounds of thy sides, and this we can and will do by violating the quietude of thy body, profaner of ample vices, obstructor of stupid purity, cursed now Nazarene, impotent king, figurative God, behold, great Satan, this symbol of flesh, of him who would purge the earth of the pleasures of who, in the name of Christian justice, has caused the death of millions by our honored brothers. We curse him and defile his name. O infernal majesty, condemn him to the pit, evermore to suffer and perpetual anguish. Bring thy wrath upon him, O Prince of Darkness, and rend him that he may know the extent of thy anger. Call forth thy legions, that they may witness that we do thy name. Send forth thy messengers to proclaim this, and send the Christian minions, staggering to their doom. Smite him anew, O Lord of light, that his angels, cherubims, and seraphim may cower and tremble with fear, prostrating themselves before thee in respect of thy power. Send crashing down the gates of heaven, that the murders of our ancestors may be avenged.
Looks like there's actually pages repeated.
This Paris standard toile stock parmi les toile vil et descendant prententat al majesté de Satan. This Paris dans les tout cyclevide jamais extinctu and as jamais. Banish into nothing, thou fool of fools, thou vile, abhorrent pretender to the majesty of Satan. Vanish into the void of thy heaven, for thou wert never nor shalt ever be.
Gong is struck continually that whole thing while we're stomping on it.
Is it?
Yep.
I'm supposed to hit the,
Yeah, one or something.
I would have read it.
okay, sorry. So
It's
three
okay,
times while you're
you back on
stomping?
par here?
Okay.
Yeah, it's back on
Should
par
we just do
here.
this for that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we can do that,
Sorry
sure.
about that.
That's all right.
We'll do it
We'll see.
So three times while you're stomping.
You come down,
You're just gonna keep
vanish
hitting
to the void of thy
Oh, just keep
empty
hitting
heaven.
it while you're stomping.
For thou wert never nor shalt thou ever be. That's when he takes the wafer and throws it down.
And then I stomp and he throws it
Yeah,
down.
while we're stomping on it, you're gonna get going.
The celebrant
Okay,
then
cool.
raises the wafer and dashes it to the floor, where it is trampled by himself and the deacon and subdeacon, while the gong is struck continually. The celebrant then takes the chalice into his hands, faces the altar, and before drinking recites the following.
We're gonna start back.
That's cool.
Okay, so we're gonna start back.
It looks like there's actually about 5 pages in there that are copied over.
Vanish into nothingness, thou fool of fools, thou violent and inherent pretender to the majesty of Satan. Vanish into the void of thy empty heaven, for thou wert never, nor thou shalt ever be. Calicium, volupatis, carnes, asapiam, Calicium, volupatatis, carasam asapiam, et nomen, domini inferi in vacabo.
He drinks from the chalice and turns toward the assembled company. The chalice extended before him. He presents the chalice with the following words.
Exis calix, voluptatis caresci, laeti tiam vete donat.
And then I hand it back to you, right?
Yeah.
No, then you hand it off, followed by this SD in order of rank of seniority.
Subdeacon, so it's me, then you, and then the others in rank. Okay.
And you should get it.
And while administering to each, you actually say this, Your Honor.
Touch each, yep. He's spot on.
All right, here we go.
It's all right.
Acipie, calcium, voluptatites, carne, in nomine, domini inferi.
Take it and drink.
Acipie, calcium, voluptatis, carnes, in nomine, domini inferi.
And then,
Acipie, calcium, voluptitas, carnes, in nomine, domini inferi.
When all have drunk, the drained chalice is replaced on the altar, the paten placed on top of it, and the veil placed over both. The celebrant then extends his hands, palm downward, and recites the concluding statement.
Seemed a lot longer when we did it in Dallas.
Placiam tibi domine satanas, obrescium servitutis mea et peresta ut sacrificum quod oculis teum magistratatis indignum abatuli tibi sit asapitave mihique et orabus pro quibus eliud oratime.
He then bows before the altar and turns to give the blessing of Satan to the assemblage, extending his left hand and the cornu, sign of the horn, and says,
Ego ves benediction in nomine magnae de nostri satanas.
all assembled company rise, face the altar, and raise arms in the cornu.
Ave Satanas!
Ave Satanas.
I say it too.
Yeah.
Ave Satanas.
Let us depart, it is done.
So
So it is done.
The celebrant deacon and subdeacon bow towards the altar, turn and depart. The candles are snuffed, and all leave the chamber.
I seem to.
Probably because it's not the first time you've done it.